Hi, hello, welcome and welcome back. Today we are going to go through a shameful story. Shameful on every side of the spectrum, and we're going to analyze those sides. If I remember. If not, please go nuts in the comments. Bubba Copeland was a lot of things. He was the mayor of a small town in Alabama. He was also a pastor in a Baptist church and many more things. I think he owned a convenience store. But Bubba was more than that. That man had a gigantic heart. There was this teen that ended her life in 2019, and Bubba decided to go to the streets with encouraging signs for people who might be suffering and in need of a little boost in their day. People in his town loved him, looked up to him, and saw him as a role model. Now, one thing we should have not know about Bubba nor his marriage, because it's none of our business, is the fact that the couple was fun. You know, in the bedroom, in the privacy of their own home, not bothering anybody. I'm sure you have a kink, do you? Of course you do. And it's fine. If both partners are okay with it and nobody gets hurt, then what's the problem, right? Well, a bunch of vanilla-ass beta boring people found out that Bubba liked to use his wife's clothes and take pictures in them. Or, I don't know if it was from the wife's closet or his own. Oh, you know what? Okay, let's go back a little. On November 1st of this year, a conservative news site reported leaked pictures of Bubba dressed as a woman, and in some of those, he was wearing lingerie. Again, this was only for the couple to enjoy. Things get a little muddy, so if you know more information about this, please provide because it makes no sense to me. Apparently, Bubba had made an Instagram account using this fake persona, and in there, all the pictures were available. Stupid, am I right? Why would he jeopardize everything he built? Because no hate towards religious people, but some denominations are crazy bigoted, and Baptists have that rep. Just saying. And not counting, they are in Alabama, an extremely conservative state. But again, this goes back to breach of privacy, because in my opinion, someone leaked those pictures and created an Instagram account to expose the pastor and his kinks. My guess is someone very close to him. An assistant or some of his partners at work, maybe? He probably left his computer unattended for a minute. He probably went to the bathroom, and that's when someone copied those photos and used them in bad faith. Again, my opinion and my theory. Well, the people he helped and uplifted in his community immediately turned their backs on him because how dare he dressed as a woman. That apparently canceled all the good he had done over the decades. His church demanded an explanation and he delivered. I believe there's a video of this.
I apologize for any embarrassment caused by my private and personal life. I have nothing to be ashamed of. A lot of things that were said were taken out of context.
He basically acknowledged all of this, but he claimed not to be trans. It was just for fun. Still, the people were calling him an abomination. This is when things took a dark turn. So beware of topics of self-harm and death. The police received a call on the 3rd asking for a welfare check on Bubba. They spotted his car on the street and I guess they tried to get him to pull over, but he wouldn't budge. They started a mini persecution, nothing major, and he eventually stopped and he stepped out of his car. With a gun, he ended his life right there in front of the cops. And of course, the hypocrisy of the church who turned their back on him because of a privacy breach and because of pictures that were none of our business. They posted on Facebook a sob, egotistical message. Let me read it to you. First and foremost, we ask that you keep Pastor Bubba Copeland's family in your prayers today and in the days ahead. We greatly appreciate your messages, comments, and encouragement. Please continue to pray for us as we move forward in sharing God's love to all people. Jesus Christ. Now let's analyze the shame in this story, because there's a lot. My heart goes out to him and his family, but let's not forget that he was involved in a system that ended up rejecting himself in the end. He was a pastor in a church where he knew about how much of a no-no was to be different. So much he had to hide to live a fulfilling life, although it is believed this whole thing was a private kink, but still. I don't know if he was ashamed of his preferences or he was just afraid of the repercussions coming his way, but the outcome was not worth it, was it? I can't blame him for approving archaic ways of thinking and seeing society, but he was a victim. He, allegedly, did not create that Instagram account. He did not want to go public. This was something he did with his wife for fun, in private. The criminals here are the people who obtain those private photos and the people who leak them to destroy a man's reputation. This was all for drama and clicks. Well, a man is dead because of it, so in my eyes that seems very criminal, no? Is it? Can something be done here? To go to extreme lengths to create a fake profile using a fake name just to one-up a possible rival? Shame.
Also, I just noticed the date the Instagram account was created. 2014. I changed my mind. Bubba definitely was involved in that. What was he thinking? No shame in living your life as you feel fit, but to keep enforcing the complete opposite on your day job. Weird behavior.
Well, they don't really care, do they? They go by optics because they need the best man to milk the congregation out of their money. They are shameless and have always been that way. To me, this is the scariest part because this way of turning their backs on someone who helped them build the community's morals is wild. I don't want to minimize the story at all, but it reminded me of a Simpsons episode. I think it was when Bart failed to catch a ball in a game and the crowd started to boo him and follow him everywhere, shaming him, and you can see Bart's mental state deteriorate. You have the two stories here. The crowd that was only thinking about themselves, and when they didn't get what they wanted, they had to retaliate because of entitlement. And Bart, who made a human error and suffered the consequences the crowd imposed. It's stupid, is it? Here, Bubba did something in his privacy and somehow the community felt the need to shame him because he dared to break the status quo. What do you think about this one? I am baffled. This shouldn't have happened. But let's not be shocked this type of stories happen when you offer violence against the things you cannot understand. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I will love to hear them, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.